Your turn, Slime.
All right. Well, a lot of you might know me. My name is Slime Tunes. I've been a good recording buddy of Roxas for a hot minute. You guys might know me over on either YouTube or on Twitch. Uh, no, half my ideas come from this guy in the first place, so you have this guy to thank. But yes, it's good to be here.
All right. Now, as both, I have my questions kind of tiered towards both of you guys, and y'all might have some questions tiered towards us. But we all ask one question. Let me see here. One question, and we all answer it in our own way. So the first question that I asked last time is, what brought you to YouTube, or for your case, TikTok, and who is your inspiration? For myself, I have a few inspirations, and that's what's pinned on my channel, Vanos Gaming. I also have Sunday, and I have the Slow-Mo guys for my inspiration, and they're the ones that really led me on to create YouTube content.
Honestly, more YouTube was more just a second thought. I made some videos, well, made a video, in BitCamp where it was like a half-ass animation, but what more brought me to actually creating content for YouTube was watching Markiplier. Seeing his early videos, especially for Five Nights at Freddy's, more inspired me to try to make stuff.
I had joined TikTok because I wanted to get a little more into the media side and start practicing on doing editing videos and everything. I see TikTok being like an easier platform making videos, which I kind of hope they don't stop doing it, but it's a conflict between TikTok and the US and all that stuff, so we don't know. But I mean, I do it because I have other influences that I really liked. I really like seeing, and I can't remember their names right now. But, one of them was Seth something. He has a blue avatar, a blue
Right.
Seth Bling?
Wolf Winter Paw avatar.
No,
it
not
was
Seth
another
Bling.
one.
That's not YouTube. This is TikTok.
That's fair.
I know the guy because
Yeah.
I've seen his avatar posted in some servers that I'm in, like the Ghostly server. I know that from there. Y'all ask a question for one of us or all of us. You
Let's
pick.
see. What made you want to get into the furry fandom?
That's a good question. It would only apply to me, but not quite to Slime.
No, we've been over this.
Even though
many
he's
times,
clearly in a
Roxas.
furry avatar.
Oh, you should. You should.
Yes, I know. What brought me to the furry fandom was Pokemon, ironically. As you see in my earlier in my earlier videos, or like my other talk show videos, I was a Lucario. Now I'm a Jex box, as I like to call this. That aside, my first fandom find was the Lucario from Pokemon, and forever that was like whenever it came out. That was my first introduction to the furry fandom as a whole. I didn't make it official until like 2018, 2019-ish, whenever I saw Mini Lad, another YouTuber, getting bullied by furries. So I figured, maybe they're not all that bad. So I checked them out, and they're not. They're fun. So I know your introduction to the fandom was me.
Actually, no, that is false. My first introduction to the fandom was actually an old classmate of mine. Back in, I want to say, ninth grade, I had a classmate that came to class with a tail on the back of her pants. I didn't know what it was, and I asked her. Very next day, she came to school with tail, gloves, and a mask.
So a partial, as the furries call it, it's a partial fursuit.
Yeah, no, she introduced me to a partial, and then, well, I think like a few weeks later, I ran into you, and I'm here.
We direct the question to you, Dapple. What brought you to the fandom?
Well, what brought me into the fandom was I found myself watching a bunch of animal movies as far as Over the Hedge.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What's the other one? I didn't want to watch Zootopia. I didn't want to watch Zootopia as much as
Really?
That's
they
classic
kept telling me
furry
to
bait.
watch it. Yeah, they kept
There's
telling me to
also,
watch it. And
Robin Hood. There's Robin
Hood's
Hood and a
classic.
few
Robin's
others.
classic.
I was
The good old
I was
classic.
trying not to. I was trying not to say that, but yeah, Robin Hood. And what's the other one?
Go for it.
Old Yeller. You guys have got to check out
yes.
Old Yeller's a good movie. What's
Definitely
another
good one.
movie that I watched? And Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp.
Okay, that's cheating.
Oh yes.
Lady the
That's-
Tramp's cheating.
For me,
I'm just old school like that.
as far as those kind of shows, as far as kind of shows I watched, the first one I ever watched was Fox and the Hound.
Nice.
Fox and the Hound too.
Ironic because this is a fox. Fox and a Hound.
And then all dogs
works
go to
out.
heaven. All dogs go to
yeah.
heaven.
That one too. I think that brings us to our next question. For Slime's question, whatever it might be.
What made you guys go for your character's designs specifically? Out of everything you could have gone for.
For me specifically, it was I've seen characters more like this, like as far as the Jeks as they're called. I've seen them around, like kind of spreading around. I like the design, and I brought it to a Rexilium, which that's what the avatar I was in last time, as the last episode 3, and I took a whole different approach with the design. As far as this avatar, I picked this one up like literally a few days ago, and I designed it and made it myself, full from top to bottom, and the tail. I've made it fully myself as an inspiration to that. So now I'm selling these commissions. If you want one, just hit me up.
For me, so I jumped around different characters. I've been in the Brony fam for about 8 years. I quit back in 2019. I had made my post saying I'm done with the Brony fandom. Reason being, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but because it was just getting too weird for me. But back then I had many Brony little characters and all that stuff. So mainly all my characters were based off of horses. So when I got fully into the furry fandom, I changed over to a pet bull, which is what I am right now. I changed over to a pet bull, and this is my main character now. And I said, well, I'm done with horses. For like ever since I've in my family I had nothing but pet bulls. I had two twins that were called Chrome and Hot Rod. They always fought, no matter what. They were always.
I mean, that's natural for pets.
I mean, but the thing is, it's not like play fighting. This is like actual, like they're trying to tear their ears off, trying to tear their faces up.
Oh yeah.
Type of fighting. Yeah. Yeah, it was very bad. So, but the mother of them two, she didn't really care because like they both were fucking jealous of themselves. And
yeah.
But she had died off. Her name was Blondie, but she had died off. She had like this beautiful blonde coat with a long patch of white going from up under her mouth to up under her chest and everything all the way down. And it kind of reminded me of her, of the same skin and everything, and that's why I have the blonde skin kind of on my hand here.
That's why you told me that color. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So, because she was a pink nose, and she was very, very sweet. No matter who she came up to, she was very sweet. She was the sweetest one. She was just played wrong. But no, I loved them too. I loved all three of them, but they all died off. And now when I go to my friend's house, he has 2 pet bulls, and I sit there and play with them because they remind me of when I had a pet bull, and they were actually this color that I am right now. They're actually this color.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. And now, Slime, what brought you to design your character?
Well, for those of you who are actually coming from my channel for the watch this, technically I didn't design this, but what made me go from what I started with, because like you, I hopped around from models. When I started, I was a Minecraft slime, part of the Minecraft community. Then I hopped over to some anime-like profiles, try to stick with the gaming theme, and then I more landed on this Nanachi after being introduced to the Maiden Abyss fandom. I more fell in love with the character Nanachi after the first season, and I figured, why not?
Before there's a war in the comments,
Oh god.
Nanachi is borderline furry and not furry. We just clear that up right now.
Look,
It's not furry.
according to the lore, Nanachi was human before she was sent to the 10th level,
Yes.
then yanked out, which forced her into a anthropomorphic state. So it can go both
Interesting.
ways.
Yes.
It can go both ways.
That's why I say borderline.
You would think that when you come back to the real world, you would think that you want to stay as that. It's just like, but you think that you're going to be called a freak in the real world.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you will be, but who cares?
I mean, considering the
Yeah,
shit
who
that
cares?
is past that.
I mean,
but-
that's as far as we go.
Yeah. We us furries are already called freaks. I mean, hell, we just live with it now and be like, thank you.
It's like, oh, have a good day.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you. Have a good day.
It's like, thank you for
Like,
pointing out the obvious.
I wear a tail sometimes, and in public, I would get called. It's like, hey, I like your tails. Like, thanks. I just go continue about my day. We all have normal lives. All right, my next question. This is kind of more geared towards me and Slime, and you guys. I know, because this is my most popular series on the channel right now. As much as I rarely post and sometimes post a bunch up in one group, if you could see us do a series together, what series would it be, and what game, and how often? Well, right now, this seems to be my most popular series, this talk show. Just us chatting and have a good time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know if you ever. I don't know if you've been to any conventions instead of furry conventions. I don't know.
Just
I've been to
Comic-Con.
one. I've been to one Comic-Con.
Okay, so when you went to these, so this is a question for all of us here. If you ever went, well, yeah, for the question to all of us in the commentary, if you ever went to a con, it was very unexpected of what was going to be at the con. Were you surprised? Were you surprised to see things, or were you kind of just like, I was kind of expecting this to be like that, or were you just like, we'll see how far this goes?
Me personally, I was the latter. I was like, let's see how far this goes, and whenever I got there, after a long drive, when I got there, I was not expecting any of it. Like all the fursuits, it was my first convention ever, that I've ever done.
Wasn't either.
It was my first convention. It's like I had not expected any of that. It was a whole bunch of people in their fursuits. There was other things like dealer stands, all that and all these activities. It was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. And I'm going to TFF this year.
Nice.
As am I.
So I'm expecting a lot there because everybody tells me it's a bigger con than ACFI.
Yeah.
Slime, for you, it'd be your Comic-Con.
Yeah,
That
for
you
me,
went
it was more or less just, as you said, just going with emotions, seeing just what would happen. Most of it was not understandable, just expected. What I wasn't expecting, because the Comic-Con I went to was more just a last-minute thing that my one of my dad's girlfriends at the time brought me to. They gave me a full makeover. for those watching on my side, I'll try to find the photo for you guys to see, but they took me last minute to a costume store and had me completely decked out in, God, what was it? A Laughing Jack themed cosplay. So there, mind you, I'm not on the thin side either. So you can probably imagine on the second day of this Comic-Con, walking through the door, this fat motherfucker in all black and white with just white face paint and black messy hair walk his way down the aisle.
Oh God.
Again, I can't.
You're gonna have to send me that later.
Yeah, no, if I can find it, I'll show you guys. But I'll bring it up on screen now if I can find it. Dude.
For me, it was kind of meh. Like, I had some heads turning for me because mine was just a straight mishmash of what I had. And I had, for the previous year, I had gotten a Halloween costume that was Chewbacca. And this year, 2022, the year of Comic-Con, the Anthocon, whatever it's called, ACFI. That, like, the day before, I had went to go get something at Goodwill, ironically. And they had an Assassin's Creed outfit. It's like, I'll pick it up. And so I did. I went as a red panda assassin with Chewbacca fur. Because I had a head that was a red panda. And it was this assassin cloak with the bottoms of Chewbacca. And that was a right mishmash. And on the second day, I had gotten some big fur balls that were literally the size of my paws here compared to my hands. Well, paws is in a set. And that was like white and blue. So that was a proper mishmash, and everybody liked it because it was such a mishmash. And I said and I popped off saying like, well, that's the point of my character, and not thinking I was nothing of it. And people actually enjoyed it, and they were trying to guess which assassin it was, which it was Enzo from Assassin's Creed 3, I think, either 3 or 4, I'm not sure, but it was Enzo.
All right, so for me, I mean, everywhere I go, I have to have some kind of class. But I always have some kind of jewelry on. Like, you don't ever see me lacking no jewelry at all. Like, as you can tell, you don't ever see me lacking jewelry at all. And when I go to conventions, I show up dressed and impressed, like how I did it at ACFI. I showed up white shirt, blue jean pants, and Nike, all white Nikes.
Yeah,
all white Nikes. And
that I can't admit
I had people. Yeah, I had people, kind of like questioning in the background. I could hear them. It's like they were like, "Is that Uzi? Is he a rapper? Who's that?" Is he all this jewelry and stuff. But like, I'm not a rapper at all. But when I ever go to these cons, I like to dress up nice, to look flashy, but stand out. I like to stand out in the crowd. But I mean, I would like to have a fursuit, but I don't have a fursuit. But at these cons, I was kind of expecting the very minimum. Because this is a public hotel. This is a public hotel. I mean, you would expect the very minimum, but you don't. But at night, things completely change at night. They completely change. Yeah. So what had changed was that people weren't wearing regular clothes anymore. The first thing I had seen was like this black guy. He had a leather harness on, a pup hood, and then underwear and whatever else he had on. I was like, okay, I know what you mean. I know what y'all mean now. I know what y'all mean by.
Oh yeah, I remember saying.
So, what's it called?
What?
The toilet paper thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. See, you're all wrapped up in toilet paper.
Yeah.
So get this.
There was an event, like there was a Yeah, it was a panel where you could go in and literally get wrapped up in toilet paper and walk around the hotel. But in the end, the hotel staff told us not to do that because we were leaving toilet paper everywhere. But we were listen, we were responsible and we picked it up. Don't worry.
Oh my god, we were picking it up. Like they were picking up. I was one of the ones that was wrapped up in toilet paper. And, you know, I was picking it up as I go. Everyone was staring at me like, what's going on? Like, everyone in the hotel.
Like, everybody in the after park, we were just wondering, what is this? What is going on? Why are you wrapped in toilet paper?
Yeah. And they were all just wondering that. And then we just, you know, strutting around everywhere, wrapped up toilet paper just everywhere, just dragging on the floor and just piles of it. But luckily for our group was picking it up after us, so that way the hotel staff doesn't have to do it, and to keep them from doing the most.
Keep the peace.
This is our mess. We gotta keep it. Yeah, that's another thing. Keep your messes to yourself. If you make a mess on the damn floor, clean it up your damn self. Don't have the damn janitors of the hotel do it.
Look,
you know you did it. You're a big ass adult. You're a grown ass man, a grown ass woman. Clean up your mess off the floor. Don't be a Karen. Just do it.
Don't be a Karen about it.
All right. We're getting a little off topic. All right. The next question on the agenda is for the next 5 to 10 years or so. Like, let's say the next 5 years. What do you see yourself doing? This was a question on my last talk show, but for me, I hope to do something that I want. And this is maybe about a year ago since the last talk show. And I'm doing more in avatars and everything, and I did accomplish some goal from my last video. Oh, it looks like we have another guest star coming in mid-recording.
Are they finally showing up?
Yeah.
Oh, is that
all right.
Is it Axel?
We'll just yeah, it's Axel.
The Axel show.
Hold on, pause it.
All right, that's no, it's okay. We'll do it live. It's fine. Not exactly
do it fucking live.
Live and recording.
For me, what I see myself doing in 5 years, I mean, possibly getting big on TikTok and making money off of it. Who knows? Getting bigger in the grudge racing side of drag racing. That's what I see myself getting bigger into, because I make a lot more money out of that than I do in TikToks. Only got 400 something people on TikTok. But
wait, I was about to say you're actually making money on TikTok? Give me some.
No.
I wish I was making money on TikTok. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing my job.
Yeah, I feel that.
I have an actual job. Yeah. But, I do see myself either getting big off of TikTok, doing racing stuff in a mix of like other furry stuff. Here's another question: Have you ever met a furry that's a drag racer, like he drag races cars?
Oh.
Have you ever met anyone like that?
No.
Honestly, I didn't know you did drag racing.
Yes, I do grudge racing with my dad and all that stuff.
I mean, I had kind of an idea since you knew so much about cars, but other than that, I didn't know. You just knew about cars.
Any of the new cars today. All the vintage cars, I love all the vintage cars because they have more value to them and they look better.
Dude, those old school cars are the best way to go. If they weren't too expensive.
I know. They're vintage.
That's fair.
I'm gonna get a little close to the camera here for a second and check on our guest. Sorry about this, y'all.
We have a little guest coming in.
All right, now sit here.
Last minute late.
Over a little bit. It's okay. So, this is, as you guys saw from episode 3 of the talk show, this is Axel.
Yeah, no, that's a bit more difficult question for me because, for those of you watching on my end, you guys know that I am just reaching my 8th anniversary of the channel. So we're almost been doing this for 10 years now. It's for 5, fuck. 5, maybe at some point. Hopefully, I manage to get the channel monetized. Because I'm more gone down the route of making the channel more hobby-based. Because before, you, Roxas, of all people know this, I tried to make this more schedule-based and try to get it monetized. Which YouTube, I'm gonna get this monetized just real quick, but fuck you, YouTube, with your monetization system. But
it is pretty dumb. It is really dumb.
It's really bad. Holy crap. But no,
I mean, nowadays it's not so bad.
I will say the Admageddon of 2017 was pretty bad though.
Yeah. It was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a beatdown.
In 5 years, yeah, no, I'm hoping to probably grow the channel a bit more. I mean, we're sitting steady at nearly 3K. It's that'd be pretty good at making it bigger.
What do you see yourself doing in 5 years?
Spending a lot more time with you in person.
Yay. That makes me really happy. Alright. The final question? Are y'all about ready to wrap this up?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright. Final question.
Okay.
Ask.
Oh,
That's a
but,
question for all
you
of
have
us.
to ask one.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Roxas, don't be a fuzzy buddy.
But we're literally all of us like we're looking at the camera, yes, but just off the camera, we're staring at a golden Kermit statue. Just the whole recording.
This shiny, thick son of a bitch.
For the comments area, it's like everyone in there. If you go into any of the cons, you know, if there's any other furries in there, type the word furry if you're a furry, and let us know if you're going to any of the cons that are going on this year, like TFF or CFI or Stratosphere or TFS, you know, all those. Let us know. We might.
Same goes with my
most likely
comment
be
section. Say in the comments that I'm a furry. I'm going to bash your head against the keyboard saying I'm going to the fur convention, TFF. I want to meet you.
My comment section, you know what to say.
No, don't actually though.
My comment section, you know what base things to say.
Yep.
Brought to you by Expedia. You fly anywhere and get your hotel anywhere and have your baggages anywhere.
No.
There's no sponsorship
Totally not
yet.
sponsored by Expedia.
We're not sponsored
Not
yet.
sponsored. Not sponsored.
It's not sponsored.
I wish.
I'm just recommending it. It's a lot easier. Find hotels.
Actually-
Yeah.
Actually, before we
There's
end,
also Hopper. That's pretty easy.
that's fair.
But
I was about to say that actually gives me a question I want to ask all you guys. If you were to be sponsored by somebody, what's the one company that you really want to be sponsored by?
I wouldn't say G Fuel.
the one I really want to be sponsored by is Adobe. It's like a good substance painter. Rage.
I want to be sponsored. I want to be sponsored by. I want to be sponsored by. What's the one company?
What?
Street Outlaws. I want to be sponsored by by Street Outlaws.
All right.
What about you?
For me, I think I've even said this in a video once before. Gamer subs.
Oh.
Yeah, my roommates and I have been a big
I've
fan
never heard of that. What is that?
Gamer subs is basically, this isn't a sponsor bit, so this I'm gonna have to cut out. But Gamer subs is quite literally just a energy drink brand. They do clothing, cups, but they mainly do energy drinks that are diabetic friendly, keto friendly. Basically, they're energy drinks for people who sit on their ass all day.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Sponsoring.
Yeah, sponsor.
I wish.
Yeah, no, we have quite a few of their cups already. Because
You don't have to cut it out.
Look, we're not sponsored, but Gamer Subs, if you're seeing this, Please sponsor me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
I'll have everybody's links in the description. Slime, I record with him a lot, so you guys know him. His Dapple, I'll get his TikTok whenever he's done with it. And he doesn't have anything. Well, all right. I think that about wraps it up. Well, we'll talk to you all on the next one. Bye. And I gotta cut off my recording. Stop saying.